Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another amazing episode. In today's video, I want us to get to look into an amazing car which is becoming very, very popular nowadays here in Kenya. And the car that we'll be looking into is the Suzuki Swift. There are a couple of reasons why this car is becoming efficient, and in the top of the list is the fact that this car is very fuel efficient. Also, in terms of the maintenance, it's not that expensive, and of course, this is a car that you can get to use it for daily purposes. And in this particular episode, that's what we'll be looking into: the strong areas of this car, as well as the weaknesses, and why it's becoming a new trend here in Kenya. So stick around for that conversation, because I'll be taking you through from the start to the end. And of course, guys, if it's your first time coming across my videos or this channel and you haven't considered hitting the subscribe button, which is just below here, consider doing so that you'll be part of this team. And whenever I get to bring you a new episode, you can always be notified. So allow the intro to roll, and I'm going to see you on the other side. Well, whenever you get to hear about the Suzuki Swift, it's important that you get to have that picture of a small hatchback car. And of course, guys, in this car in South Africa is among the best-selling hatchback cars that we have, and that's a trend that we are seeing nowadays become a norm here in Kenya, and hopefully, more people can get to embrace this car, because it's a car which can get to serve you for a very, very long time. So now, guys, it's important that we get to understand the motor that gets to power this car, so that we get to understand what exactly are we looking up to here, and of course, how much power do we expect from this car. So right away, with the Suzuki Swift, it's important that we get to understand the motor that gets to power this car is the Z1212E, and this is an engine which is a bit new to the market. And in most models, you'll be finding is that with the Toyota Swift, they come with a 1.2 liter, which is a 1200 cc engine capacity. Also, this engine, most of them you'll be finding them, they have three piston, meaning it's a three-cylinder engine. And with such a well compact motor, we get to get around 82 horsepower. That is in terms of the power output, which is not bad as compared to this car in terms of its size as well as its body weight. So when it comes to fuel system, this car uses something called the multi-point fuel injection, which is basically whereby the engine is usually supplied by fuel from different points, whereby it gets to have the engine to run smoothly. And also remember, this engine is usually a naturally aspirated engine, meaning it's not turbocharged, meaning it just gets its air without being forced into. So with this car also, remember we're talking about a three-cylinder engine. It has 12 valves, meaning it has four valves per every cylinders, which is very, very important when it comes to pushing in fresh air, as well as pushing out the exhaust gas. So that's something that we'll be realizing with this the Toyota Swift. With this motor, it comes married to either a manual gearbox system or either an automatic transmission system. But in most cases, most of the units, they have an automatic, which is a CVT automatic gearbox. So we're also talking about, for those ones which comes with the manual gearbox, they are paired with a 5-speed manual gearbox, which uh, it hasn't shown any reputation of having problems with the transmission system. And I guess that's the reason why people, they are trying to embrace this car, and of course, it's becoming popular to many. So it's not a very, very complicated car. And of course, with the motor, as I said, it gets to give around an 82 horsepower as the power output, which is sufficient to push this car to its top speed in just a few seconds. So now let's proceed, guys, to get to look at the interior of this car. When you get to hear about that the Suzuki Swift, something that the Suzuki have really tried is to push in terms of the look and comfortability that you get when you are inside this car. Looking at this pic we have here, you can see some of the latest technology which has been incorporated in this car, We are talking about some units do comes with a touch screen, with a digital display over there. We also which also entails the infotainment system whereby you can get to control the music, play some videos over there. That's something that we'll be seeing, especially with the latest models. So looking at the interior, guys, you can see as well as how well that dashboard looks. We also are looking at things like we are talking about the dual climate control system, which is there. For this one, you can see it has some buttons. There are those ones which have just a screen whereby you get to control by just touching the screen. But most of them, they do come with a manual whereby you'll be having some knobs to adjust the temperature in that car. So on the passenger side, we have one single airbag, as well as we have another one on the driver's side, which is a safety precaution or a feature that this car do come with. And it's very, very important that you get to understand these are most of the features that you'll be seeing mostly with the German machine. And of course, having incorporated that in such a car, it makes it to look better, perform better, and of course guarantee the owner of their safety. So this one, we're looking at the center console. We have spaces whereby we have the cup holders. Also on the door panels, we have more space to put your item. Without forgetting, there are those units which comes with some buttons in the middle of the steering, which are just extension of the infotainment system. Looking at the dashboard, we have an analog display over there. It's not a digital one, but some units, especially the latest one, you'll be realizing they do come with a digital dashboard. But most majority of them, they have those analog dashboard, which also gets the job done. Looking at the seats, most of them do come with a fabric called the cloth upholstery, which is not that bad. It's just it gets to give the car some good look, as well as gives comfortability to the person who is in there. The seats, you get to adjust them you get to adjust them manually. They're not electric powered. But for the windows and the side mirrors, you just need to control them by just pressing some button, meaning they are electric powered, which is a feature which makes the car look amazing. So this car, as much as it's a small hatchback, it do have a capacity of carrying 5 passengers. So two in front and three more at the back. So without also forgetting, we also have a very big boot space, which you can also get to extend it by just sliding or folding the rear seat, and you get to have more cabin space to put up your luggage. So basically, those are some of the things that you'll be seeing with the Suzuki Swift in terms of the interior specs. Now let's proceed, guys. We get to look at what you get to see when you get to look at this car from a distance. We're talking about the exterior feature. Well, I remember with the Toyota, with the Suzuki Swift, sorry, it's a hatchback, meaning it just have that flat boot back there, and of course it also have it's a five-door car, meaning it has four, two on the side, two on the side, and one boot door. So by opening up that boot, you get to access the luggage space, which, as I said earlier, it can be extended by just folding the rear seat. Looking at the side, this car usually comes with a 15-inch wheel. That's mostly the standard wheel size that comes with this car, which is not bad because it has to give the car good ground clearance. And of course, I guess that's the reason why, especially here in Kenya, whereby not every place you get to go has a tarmac with such 15-inch wheel size. It gets to give you a good ground clearance, meaning you can be in a position to go even in rough terrains, and of course, you get to maneuver with much ease. Also, the combination of that motor, which gives 82 horsepower, this car can get to go to any place. So, looking at the front part, it comes with this big headlights. I think this is something I've noted mostly with the Suzuki car models. They do have these big headlights which incorporate both the turning signal in there, the main headlights, and in most cases you'll be finding they don't come with the fog lights, because the two headlamps, they are powerful enough. So as known for most of the Suzuki cars, they do come with this as logo in front or in the middle of the grille. That's the brand identity of that car, which you also get at the back. So it's easier to identify which car it is by just looking at that logo. So basically, there's nothing much when it comes to the exterior aspects of this Suzuki Swift. But let me know in case we have left something. Talk to me in the comment section, and I will really, really appreciate. That's it for today. See you in the next episode.